This is WGN News at 9.
Coming up, she made her friends' prom dresses, and she's made a bright future for herself already. Meet a young Chicago entrepreneur who's putting her eye for fashion to work.
And she's not in high school, she's in college.
Yes, she is. When most college freshmen worried about exams and trying to make new friends on campus, Zoe Damasella is trying to decide pleats or ruffles on the dress she's designing and creating for one of the clients of her fashion design company. Listen to the story of one of Chicago's very own young entrepreneurs who's taking the fruits of her labor to the highest level. College freshman Zoe Damasella is an artist with a needle and thread.
I like to put a lot of pleats and ruffles and pin tucks and, just anything that I can do.
At just 18 years old, Zoe is a full-fledged fashion designer. She started Zoe Damasella Apparel 4 years ago as a student at Chicago's Whitney Young High School, designing and selling prom dresses to her friends.
This one is from my 2009 collection, spring of 2009.
As a junior at Whitney Young, Zoe opted to take a fashion class over a computer class, and well, she was hooked.
I loved it more than, any of the previous art classes I had taken, and I just thought it was so much fun to be able to make art and be able to wear it and walk around and have people, see your art in real life.
But even before high school, Zoe had a head for business, along with her artistic flair. Growing up, it was just Zoe and her mother, Farah, and times weren't always easy for the two of them.
I grew up in difficult circumstances, and so we were living in Section 8 and low-income housing, and I was actually homeless for a little while.
At 14, she desperately wanted a popular type of scooter like her friends. Her mom couldn't afford the $60 it cost to buy that scooter. She told Zoe if she could raise the money to pay for half, she'd get her that scooter. So Zoe went door to door selling her homemade greeting cards. At the end of the day, little Zoe had made $30.
And I think that's what really, sparked an interest in business for me. And so ever since then, I've always been involved in business.
While at Whitney Young, Zoe took a class offered by the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, or NIFTE, a national program geared to teaching kids how to run a business and learn the value of a good education. Whitney Young is one of 35 Chicago high schools that offer that class.
I attribute all of my success to NIFTE because honestly, before I took the NIFTE classes, I had been selling dresses for, my very first dress I sold for $13, and that dress was probably worth about $100.
So she had this hobby, and we let her sort of, we sort of led her to believe, and she developed into an entrepreneur.
NIFTE was so impressed with Zoe, it sponsored her at the Clinton Global Initiative in New York last September.
I got to go up in front of a group of people and talk about my story and how I got to where I am today, and explain the need for entrepreneurship education in schools.
NIFTE also helped Zoe get a full scholarship to Northwestern University, where she started last fall. Where do we see you in, let's say, 5 years from now? Where are you going to be?
5 years from now, I'll be in business school, definitely working on a master's degree. After that, who knows?
Zoe Damasella. She's one of Chicago's very own. Zoe's business plan has already had much success. She won $2,000 for a business plan, beating out 5 other students in a citywide competition. She was also awarded $5,000 by the Chicagoland Entrepreneurial Center. Her long-term goals include a boutique, and maybe she might decide to do some costume designing. Mark?